To this computer. All righty, we can go ahead and get started here. Welcome to week 12 of the spring semester.
Yeah.
Right, week 12.
Yeah.
This is genuine. I was just like going about my day today, and Anthony, I think at 1 a.m. was like, "Yeah, we're doing elections." I was like,
I saw that.
And so it turns out, yeah, no, there's only 4 weeks of school left, and then finals. And so that's something that we need to keep in mind as we head forward is, what we're going to do towards the end of the semester. But first, just a couple of announcements. First of all, please, if you have ordered a shirt and you have not yet paid, please do that as soon as possible. I've ordered them today, but that's going to leave our bank account with literally $0. So just make sure you can get your payments in as fast as you can. Not as fast as you can, but as soon as you are feasibly able to.
As fast as
it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, obviously last weekend we had the conference. Most of us went to that. In fact, I think all of us except Jen.
Jen, you were holding down the door.
No, Jen was being productive because you were able to speak at the
Yes,
birthday of Dr. Fitch. I heard that went well, and so I'm grateful for that, obviously. Okay, well, I heard it went well, so. But yeah, the conference was also really good. What did you guys think of it? I want to hear your guys' opinions, especially some of you younger people. What did you guys think of it? You enjoyed it? Okay, I see your hand up.
I equate it to the same feeling of like working on a really long stage production that you just want to go home at the end, but you're still glad you did.
Speak for yourself. I wanted that.
It sucks in a good way, like a really stressful workout.
No, I think that's a fair assumption, like a fair thing to say. Conferences are definitely, exhausting to an extent, but they are still very fulfilling, especially this kind of conference.
I was falling asleep for most of the day. They needed less tornado because
I do think that is a valid observation. They had, I think, 7 presentations in a row on December 5th.
Are you serious? I was checked out by that number 4.
And so, obviously, it's an important event, and it is great to hear all these different perspectives. But yeah, to an extent, not all of meteorology is concerned with tornadoes. Obviously, this is a Midwestern conference, and so that is going to be a large focus. But yeah, I do understand and hear those concerns. You ever heard of it?
I think it was really interesting seeing that people actually from the National Weather Service and there. I think it was very interesting to see them. I never met anyone from there yet.
Right.
It was interesting seeing what they do and stuff.
That's the other big, advertised thing about conferences is, being able to quote unquote network yourself. I know that's a nebulous term, but just being able to communicate with other professionals about how to get into the weather service, or what to do if you want to get a job in weather or emergency management or whatever else. I thought that panel was really good. It was better than I expected it to be. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of people sitting up at the front and then people asking questions. But I thought rotating tables, they should have given us more time, but rotating the tables I think was a really good idea for the smaller group interaction there. But yeah, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Oh, Dex.
I appreciated the chaos. That was the radar workshop.
The radar workshop. That was stressful. I definitely felt out of my element there. That's to be expected for.
It was fun as hell.
It was fun, but for anyone, who doesn't have any sort of experience doing that kind of thing, Anthony told me that the first time he did it, he was also struggling. But yeah, that comes with practice. That is something that you just have to learn more about. You got to learn more about radar. You got to learn more about how to forecast with radar. But yeah, do you have something to say, Anthony?
So next year, not only this one, but AMS. Dr. Finch is going to AMS. There's going to be a whole bunch of us going to AMS. So start saving your money now.
It's like $200 for a ticket or something.
It's in January. It's in Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, and if anybody, I will put this out there because if anybody does not want to drive, I'm flying to Arizona and then, well, it's still driving. I'm driving there because this is way shorter trip, and also the turbulence is god awful when you're flying into Colorado. So I'm not doing that. So just putting it out there.
And then also to get cheaper price for registration, you have to be in AMS.
Yes.
$20 a year. When is it, January?
Like 6 to the 10th.
It's like right after break.
It's like a week and a half before break.
Or before break ends,
Before
yeah.
school starts.
The entire conference will be open before school starts. That is a big thing. But yeah, no, I've never been to an AMS conference. All the ones that I would have gone to have been canceled or were made virtual. But yeah, AMS is the big boy version of the NWA conference. It's gonna be much bigger, a lot more people there, but also a lot of things to do, a lot of opportunities there.
And if you're interested in NWA, that one, their national conference is in Pittsburgh in August, the first week of class.
Yep.
So if you're interested, let me know. Yeah.
Like if we're interested in going to the AMS conference, when do we need to be like, for sure, like we're going?
Registration doesn't open until late summer, early fall. So you can't even register right now.
I signed up and I didn't pay. Is that something with the department to help pay for the hotel rooms?
Possibly. It just depends.
A lot of
kids
people
go.
that want to go.
Yeah, it just depends how many kids go. I know I've already talked to you that have said either they hate Denver or they don't want to pay. The Southeast one is in.
Because there was one going on last week at the same time as ours, that was in the Southeast.
Oh, is that the, was that the Mississippi State one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a one day thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that one wasn't too crazy from what I understand. I think the main speaker was James State.
Yeah.
The National NWA, the official record. It's the first week of school.
What is it?
National Association.
Wait, is that different than NWS? Is that different than NWS?
NWS, National Association?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a group, it's like AMS.
What is that?
The American Theological Society.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sign up to be a member. It's not that expensive.
No, it is not. It's not very expensive to be a member of the NWA or AMS.
Also, it was really, what are they called? Like they have speakers come and do presentations like over Zoom and stuff. And I went to one where this woman talked about her experience, and they did a lot of. She did, what is it? They go into the hurricane, and she drops a lot of like they're like drums or whatever in there. So it was really cool. Yeah, she was flying like all over the country to do that and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's another big thing is the variety of things that they're going to be discussing at these more national conferences is going to be much bigger because obviously it's not just Midwest focused. And so if you are interested in hurricanes, there will be plenty of hurricanes there.
Yeah, you have to pick and choose what you want.
Yes, there will not just be a line of presentations the whole time. There will be
And
probably 4 or 5.
there is almost normal. So you'll be wearing a suit and tie every day.
Not suit and tie, but you know, button down and tie.
So like what
You have to wear a tie every day.
What?
But I was wearing, yeah, we were dressed up formally. Some of the other people were just like, we're not.
No, this is almost a black tie here. You're there to impress. You're not there to. You got different. I mean, there's going to be people that are talking about vendors. Any weather company around the world that wants to show you their stuff will be there. So I mean, you're talking possible job opportunities, networking galore. You think you got networking there. You don't know what networking is until you get there. So that's why if you're a guy, it's no less than a tie every day. Like I said, suit and tie is almost a guarantee of most of these places because it's pretty. You're going to be it's a big boy. This is the one to present not only yourself, your school, but you're dressing to impress.
Yeah. The main thing, you know, Anthony's making it sound like super, you know, like formal and everything, and it is, but you know, it is a very good opportunity. Usually we recommend you guys go to at least one AMS conference. If you were able to somehow present at an AMS conference, if you had a project or some other thing, that would be fantastic. Great way to put yourself out there. But yeah, that's in January. I'm considering going myself. I'll be graduating by then, obviously. I might, well, it just depends on what's going on there. But yeah, I would definitely consider going. I'd have to pay the non-student rate, which, you know, yeah, but yeah. The other thing to consider is that there will be opportunities for you to reduce the amount of money that you have to pay for it. I know there have been opportunities like volunteering for a few sessions at the conference equals, X% off your registration, something like that. But we can talk about that closer to then. But yeah, conference, good. I'm glad you all had, mostly a good time. We can talk about what's going on, I guess, down south right now. Both yesterday and today has been a very big severe weather day. We can talk about especially what's going on right now. Here's the reports from yesterday. You can see that basically all of southeastern U.S. got hammered pretty hard. Rich was talking about that South Carolina tornado. What was that?
It's the yeehaw.
Oh, okay. I would show you guys some radar right now, but this website is like straight up not working very well. You can see there are some tornado warned storms down in Georgia right now. Rich was also talking about a tornado warned storm today down there. The storm reports today don't have the tornadoes on them yet. I'm pretty sure they just haven't been verified or something like that. But yeah, big severe weather getting going on. And then I know Anthony's been talking about the severe weather that's going on next week, more than likely. Next week is also going to be a big severe weather week. So lots to look forward to. Severe weather season is officially upon us.
Yeah, I've been having people asking me what the hell is up with snow on Thursday and Friday, and I would like to extend the question to you. What the hell is up with that?
Well, I mean, it's gonna snow on Thursday and Friday.
What?
It's just a cyclone that's coming through.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna be.
You just watch the radar.
We're gonna be on the north side of that system, and so that's gonna be obviously the cooler. I know, it's almost over. It really is.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Really?
I've been told it's almost over for a month now, and I'm starting to have withdrawals again.
Realistically, this is probably going to be the last, sort of snow event. Nothing's going to stick. It's not going to be anything major.
Care if I intervene?
Go ahead, please. Not too much time to prepare.
I want to hang on to my.
I will hang on to
my
your
stick.
stick.
So you all are talking about snow. Well, you got to realize before snow, you're going to have some interesting weather as far as so Monday into Tuesday should be rather nice as far as temperatures go. There you go, Monday or Tuesday or Sunday night, high to mid 50s. But we really want to keep an eye on coming up here. Here we go. So next week you'll have mid 60s. But here's the issue. Here's the kicker. There is a chance for some severe storms in Iowa next week and into Illinois, but it really depends on, I think, moisture coming back up here, but I don't know. I mean, if that'll be okay, but I don't know what.
That's looking like moisture. I mean, I'm no waterologist. I'm messing with you.
But yeah, so that's, something to keep in mind. Wednesday next week could be okay here for severe weather. I mean, if that's the point, I might be out chasing 3 days next week. But
weekend or week?
like Monday through Wednesday for me.
Wait, Tuesday, that's fine. Monday, Wednesday,
no, yeah, the biggest thing is go here. We're really gonna have something down here, likely. I can't guarantee it.
I'm glad it's never up. Because it's not right yet.
So we're gonna have an interesting system move its way in next Sunday. Here we go, right here. It'll let me go through here. So as this ejects northeast, we're gonna see an interesting situation down here. And even we have a little bit of, well, this one actually isn't too good for, I think the Euro is better, but even all next week, we still have a chance for severe weather through here. And then as this thing ejects our way next week into Wednesday, into Thursday. And then we just have another round here. That's more zonal flow though, so that one might not be too great. But yeah, the pattern is very favorable. And it really just depends on the model, I'm pretty sure, as far as what's going on. I haven't really looked too hard at it. Let's see what we got here. So Sunday. So yeah, this is really progressive for, actually Wednesday is really interesting down there. As far as and even into Thursday for us a little bit back in there. But yeah, really, it should be an pretty active week as far as what's going on. I mean, that there is a pretty nice bowling ball.
Now, you'll learn about omega blocks in synoptic and how to identify those. Yeah.
No, these are pretty weak. I mean, if you want an omega block, I can probably show you one, but maybe somewhere off by Alaska.
Yeah.
So you might have one. Actually, I don't really see any. Yeah. I don't see any from the Euro. All that looks like it's moving pretty freely. So yeah, I mean, another just straight up active patterns coming in.
Some psychedelic stuff going on right there.
Do you have the Storm Prediction Center thing up there?
I had a couple things up there before.
And so basically, if we go here, day 6 and 7 should outline the areas of interest. And then if you're interested, I'm not going to read this, but if you're interested, you can read these discussions as to what's going to happen. Liz made this. Liz is very good at what she does. She is a really, really, really good SPC forecaster. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting next week. And it's going to be fun. So put on your 5-point safety harnesses and let her rip for next week. Don't you forget.
For sure, for sure.
All right. Yeah, that's trash.
So yeah, lots to look forward to, guys. Definitely keep that in mind. One last order of business before we get to the presentation. So yeah, we were talking about elections. We were talking in the admin chat about when we wanted the last meeting to be, and a couple of people that I heard from were talking about making the week of April 27th our last meeting. That's the week before Dead Week. That would give you guys a chance to have week 15 to hold your stuff and get ready for finals.
How much money do we theoretically have?
How much money do we theoretically have? What do you mean by that?
That's like $200.
Like how much money is that?
That depends on how much is in there. I
Like
can
over 200. Wait, do you mean in the overall account or just in there?
right now the money in the account is 0, but I'm planning on making a deposit tomorrow morning.
So theoretically speaking, if we wanted to have a party, would we have a party?
Depends on the kind of party, but yeah.
Like pizza and stuff.
Like a bowling party.
A bowling party? That would be fun.
How much are you talking?
We used to do a bowling party.
Well, Wednesdays, bowling from 9 to 11 is $1.
We don't even know that. Typically what we end up doing, we bowl from what, 6 to 7:30, 8 o'clock, we should have pizza.
Something like that, yeah. Nah, that's not so bad.
We used to do, I mean, that's what our profile picture is on Facebook and Twitter or banner. It's us. That was our last bowling event before COVID happened.
Yes.
You can bring back my bowling ball.
We did. I mean, we don't have to be bowling. You can do a movie night.
Yeah, we can do whatever. I'm more than anticipating that we do some sort of celebration thing to send out.
Because I mean, as far as masks go, you don't need masks anymore, so it's not like. What?
Well, the remainder of this semester, going into the summer, and going to this summer, and then in next fall, we're looking at
Right.
So now you're so sure.
They voted no, but so yeah, no, that's definitely something that's on the table. The main thing is, yeah, once people get their payments in for the shirts, yeah, we'll
It's okay, and I'm pushing. I'll push her.
I appreciate that, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's definitely something on the table. But yeah, are you guys okay with, that 27th being the final meeting, and then either, we could do probably that next week on week 15, we could do something as a club. Is that okay with you guys? All right. Then in that case, then yeah, elections will start next week. Next week we'll be taking nominations for all the positions. For fall semester, yeah. So start thinking about what kind of positions you guys might want to hold. I will be graduating. Everyone else at current office is not graduating. Of course, you can choose to run for another position, and of course, you can challenge a current position too. I think that's within the rules. But yeah, start thinking about that.
Wait, so I don't have to run again if I'm already secretary and I still want to?
You would have to run if somebody ran against you. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. If there's no other questions or concerns, then I can turn it over to Jen.
One question. Are you going to the homecoming thing? That meeting?
Oh, no, they're having one next fall semester too. I'm not doing that, no. They sent out to participate in homecoming, you have to go to the homecoming rules meeting put on by UUB. I'm not making you guys do that in such short notice. They have one in the fall every year, so make sure you guys go to that one. They will email whatever president is after me about that. So don't worry about that. You'll know that information in due time. But yeah, if there are no further questions, then I'll turn it over to Jen. Huh? No, I just, no. So basically what's going on here, she's going to be talking about our storm chase that we did on March 5th, the one that produced the winter set tornadoes. Obviously, Jen is very early on into her meteorology career, and so there's not going to be a lot of synoptic analysis here. What we do have there is kind of what the SPC was saying, the kind of outlooks that they were putting on as we were driving to the chase itself. And so bear that in mind as we go into this presentation. But yeah, mainly it's just going to be her talking about her experience and some of the stuff we saw. Don't worry about it, seriously.
Look, as long as you have pretty pictures, it's good.
There's a lot of pictures.
Good, that's all I want.
Oh, it's so cute.
I wore this together like 20 minutes ago. I know, I watched you. I was stressing.
Yeah, cut to like all the grass to be clear.
And make sure you send that to Brandon.
Yes.
It'll be put on the website.
Okay. So I think everyone knows, Ian, Anthony, and I went on a storm chase. It was kind of thrown together like a Friday night, like, hey, do we want to go storm chasing tomorrow? Yeah, okay, let's leave it like 7 in the morning.
Great decision.
Yeah, so this is what they were looking at this morning, or that morning. I was just kind of excited. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Ian added all these in to show the progression.
Sure. So I can talk a little bit about
Yeah.
it. So basically, yeah, what we were looking at here, obviously we're looking if you go back here, the SPC, the day of at around 60, if you go back one more. They had a big old slight risk over much of Iowa. And in particular, what we were looking at here is we were trying to, when we were looking for where to start the chase, we were trying to look for the interpret point, a place where adrenaline, cold run, and warp run all come together. That's where we thought, that's where Anthony thought were the best places for storms and tornadoes, and he was right about that. He said he made a mistake not chasing the interpret point previously, and so we stuck to it this time, and it worked out for us. Yeah, so you can see this list here. You can see kind of how it evolves throughout the day. We go to 13Z and it just got slightly bigger. You can see the tornado chance here, and this is also the verifications. These are all the tornadoes that happened with this system on March 5th. And you can see a nice 5% probability in here. And then as you go through, as we went, when we were on the highway, we were probably like half hour from Des Moines when this one came out. You can see that the SPC puts out enhanced risk here. Now you might think, oh wow, so tornado chances are increasing. Actually not true. This was actually put out for wind. There was obviously right after, basically what we were looking at is the storm roads were going to start out cellular, discrete, and then it was going to transition into a line. And that transition was going to happen starting around, central Iowa. So that's what this enhanced region is for. A lot of people who only look at SPC stuff for chasing targets, they're going to see this. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to go here. So they went to Des Moines. That maybe was not the best place to start, although for some it ended up being
Chase, yeah.
But yeah, so something to keep in mind if you're ever chasing is don't always just go by what the SPC says. You got to make sure you're looking at your own things, and not every time is where the biggest circle is here is going to be the actual place you want to go.
Yeah, as a Reed Timmer said, you can always be an SPC chase.
Exactly.
Make your own forecast.
But here's 20Z, not too far from the storm vector fire. You can see this enhanced region came out from here to southwest Iowa. And at this point, it was pretty clear that supercells were going to be spawning and that tornadoes were pretty likely.
Okay, so it was what, 6-hour drive out there?
Yeah.
So these are all the towns that we went to. We went to 13 different ones. Obviously, it was much smaller towns that we didn't really do anything in. So we started from our home, came up through Des Moines, and then this right here is Corning. Okay, I couldn't add all the stops at once, but we went out west and then we just traveled south because we saw the different cells were moving and everything. So we moved. And then from Corning, hang on. We went up to Creston. This is Creston right here. And then Orient, Maxford, and then Winterset, and then we came home. So I just added that to show you guys like where all we went and the kind of path that we took.
I thought you were going to use the TikTok card.
Oh, I know, like another red car that doesn't.
Oh. Yeah, one of the major things that we actually had to pay attention to was the roads that we could drive on in Anthony's car.
Hey, no, my car.
No, I'm not, because they were like wet, loose gravel roads and everything. Anthony was driving. Ian was looking at Google Maps trying to figure out what roads we could drive on that were like paved highways, like rural highways and everything.
What were you doing?
I was freaking out in the backseat looking at it. No, I was. It was cool. Okay, so this is in Red Oak. This was south of Avoca from where we started. This is the first time we got out of the car and we're looking west in that picture so we can see some of the storm development. And then we waited there for what, a few minutes?
Yeah.
To see if anything was moving.
When we were out there, like, we were in a perfect spot where if those cells were doing anything, we would have seen them. The problem is that the two cells are kind of interfering with each other, and so the two cells that we were on didn't end up actually coming to the big one that we were moving.
And then from Red Oak, we saw some more cool stuff in Nodaway.
I don't know.
Anyway.
That shot at the top is just my favorite.
It was amazing to see in person.
Lights.
So on this road, we were kind of stuck. We had. No, you're fine. We had
pictures very much.
tornadoes on both sides of us, and it was pretty cool. Lots of hail and growing clouds. So on the top picture, the darker side is all rain, and then you can see how it transitions to hail. And oh my gosh, it was so cool to see it in person. And then the bottom picture, it's like dark rain, and then hail, and then more rain. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little rainbow right here. We saw a lot of rainbows that day.
Can you get rainbows from reflecting off the hill?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they were always in the hail too.
Those are some of the most consistent rainbows that we saw were the ones that were raining over.
Yeah. And then seeing it just grow and develop and everything, it was.
My favorite picture, or my favorite moment here was whenever they have the car. Jen gets off the phone with her dad. And I'm like, Jen, look at this thing grow. She looks up, she's like, I need my sunglasses. I'm like, why? She's like, that is too bright. She's literally talking about the clouds being too bright.
No, like they hurt my eyes. Yeah, it was very bright, but it was so cool. And then in Corning, we were actually kind of freaking out here because we could see a wedge. I don't know if you guys can see it on the presentation or anything. I can see it. Yeah. But we were freaking out about that, trying to see if we could see anything or if it would turn into anything and what we should do about it. And then you can see, more cloud development and the angle of the storm. I know. Yeah. I just like taking pictures. So I took a lot of pictures, and these are some of my favorite ones.
It's so weird. Usually when we see pictures of like big storm structures, everything's green.
Yeah.
It's summer. This is like dead of winter nuclear fallout.
We didn't really see anything that was green.
That was one of the things that we were talking about. Is that these storms really didn't have that much, photo-esque structure to them. That was something we were hoping to see. If not, a tornado obviously was really nice structure. We didn't really get a lot of that.
Angle of the sun. Like, when did you take that picture?
That was probably at what, like 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
4 o'clock?
Mid-afternoon, and the sun is all the way horizontal. You don't get that sun.
Well, yeah, it was March and it was daylight savings, or not daylight savings, so. Yeah.
Okay, and then Creston, oh my goodness. Driving, what, north into Creston?
We drove north into Orient, this is Orient. I think your geotag is slightly wrong.
Oh, well.
This was in Orient.
Yeah, so we were driving in and it looked like it was like snow just covering the ground and everything. Like there was so much hail. So we came from this intersection, we came from this way and then parked like right here. That was the intersection that we drove through. There was hail literally everywhere. I guess this is a school. Yeah, that's a schoolyard and everything. That's my hand. Wait, that.
What else would it be?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, so that hail was what, baseball, tennis ball?
At least tennis ball.
Yeah, it was everywhere. And then we tried to find a tennis ball in Anthony's car and he did not have one. So
It's in there somewhere.
But it was just so cool because I had never seen hail like that much before and that big and everything. And then putting the connections together, like, oh, we saw, you know, this cloud of hail, this hail development and everything, and then like coming across it, it was crazy.
Yeah, this cell that we were chasing, by the way, was the same one that ended up dropping the Winterset tornado. We were on that one for the better part of an hour.
Yep, I wasn't gonna stop until I was driving the road and like, Ian, these are massive. And then I looked and I was like, Ian, these are big baseballs. And then I was like, you know, and I gotta stop. I don't care about tornadoes. So I stopped and I picked one up and I said, oh.
He wanted to take it home so bad. I was like,
It's gonna be the ice box then.
Should I bring it out? I have a freezer.
yeah, but it was so cool. So.
I believe that Texas.
No. Yeah.
We passed that damage too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my bucket list.
Okay, I have this one as Orient where the damage was.
Yeah, Winterset.
And then Winterset. Yeah. So I think we were going north on this road this way. This was a house and it's just completely destroyed. I know you guys can't see it well, but we are also kind of far away. All of the trees are broken, limbs are thrown everywhere. These were houses, that's a house right there. They're all torn up and everything. This is where I'm pretty sure a family is 4 or 5 passed away, sadly. That kind of tore me up. Because I didn't, you know, we're going through taking pictures of everything, not knowing, you know, that people had lost their lives and everything. And then I saw the article, went back and looked at my pictures, and the cars lined up from my pictures and the pictures in the article. And oh my gosh, I was sobbing. But it's something that comes with storm chasing. And then we actually stopped in Winterset. We tried to stop at a gas station. Everything was out of power. There was no power whatsoever. Everyone was like freaking out, walking around, and then it started raining again because a new storm was coming in. So this is the back half of the first storm that we were, you know, chasing for so long. And then, so I'm facing this way in this picture, okay? And if I turn around, that's what I see, right? Like this is in front of me and that's behind me, and it was.
So you're facing east at the first and you turn around and facing west.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and you can kind of see it's already raining, like right here and everything. But yeah, Winterset was pretty rough. Yeah, I think that's all I have for that, unless you guys want to add something. What else was there? And then, well, and then driving home, we were stuck in a storm the whole way too.
Oh,
Actually, the storm was in front of us. We could not get a drop of rain outside of the morning.
Nope. The second we crossed the bridge, we were in it. We were the worst of it.
Once we got into Illinois, we got outside of home, was at Raritan or
Raritan,
that was wild.
It was pouring and so windy, so windy.
You guys had a
You guys had a tornado watch, yeah.
And I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's amazing, right? Nothing happens.
I don't know. It was very windy. It was.
Yeah, every streaming.
Yeah, the sirens went off for the wind.
Yeah.
they're stronger this time, at least they sounded like it.
What town was that in? Willis?
That was in Willis.
That was in Willis?
That was right before we were trapped in the storm.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, I'm so
Here, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this is gonna sound so stupid. I have another thing to show you guys. It's on my phone, and I didn't want to put it on the slides because it's an embarrassing video of my face.
You just crop it out.
Oh, well, no.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But we were driving through Villisca, and that's whenever we started getting the tornado warnings and everything. So the sirens were going off. And we decided to roll the windows down in Anthony's car and just drive by the tornado sirens and everything. And they were so loud. Let me see if I can play it for you guys and you guys can hear it. That's my phone at full volume.
That is an angry loss.
It was terrifying. It was so scary. You know, around here we don't have like, I want to say aggressive tornado sirens or anything, but
That sounds cool.
yeah, but that one like actually scared me. I was like,
That sounds like the old, like, you know, when you like first watch Disney movies on the DVD, and the guy, the little robot thing is doing the cow, like kind of, you know, and he flips it and goes.
yeah. I think that was the majority of our trip, right? Yeah.
Yay.
More terrifying starts. If you're in Chicago and a storm rolls through, like it will take psychological damage.
But yeah, no, just a few notes about what we were doing. I believe, if I am oriented correctly here, I believe, you know, this cell where you can see this hail core here was the one that ended up producing that baseball size or the tennis ball size hail that you saw in Orient. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was this picture that ended up, this cell that produced this hail and of course the winter set damage as well. Yeah, we were chasing that for a really long time. It's just the storm motions that day were crazy. They were just going way too fast for us to feasibly catch up to it.
We were going pretty fast ourselves.
We were going.
And like I said, trying to find roads to drive.
Right. That was the other big thing is, you know, we were driving. In fact, I can find it here. I have it here. What's going on? Okay. So, you know, we were this picture. Oh no, not this one. These pictures right here were taken on this road right here between Villisca and Nodaway. You know, one picture was looking this way, the other picture was looking this way. But after that, yeah, we were just traveling down 34. We were in a pretty nice conga line of chasers down. Yeah, and we were all traveling, you know, 70, 80 miles per hour on this 55-mile-an-hour speed limit road. But the big thing is, you know, we were trying to find a way to, you know, blast east fast enough so that we could get ahead of it, and then we could get north so that we could, you know, see inside of it again. That never ended up materializing, though. It was just traveling too fast, and we had to go through this town, Preston, and it was just, we were stopped by red lights. We could just never get north enough. And so that's when we drove north up into Orient, where, of course, we saw these massive hailstones. Very cool to see. And then the other thing you guys were mentioning was when we were driving to Des Moines, we stumbled across some damage paths. And yes, there were still some embedded tornadoes within that squall line that came through after those cells. And so I think we had came across some tornado damage from those as we were driving home that day or that evening. And yeah, so some of the damage you saw was probably from smaller QLCS tornadoes. Additionally, probably just straight line winds. It was super windy that day, and so you're just seeing, you know, all that wind create all that damage. But yeah, big stuff. But yeah, I would say keep this presentation in the back of your mind, Jen, because I definitely recommend when you take synoptic and dynamic and you learn more about, you know, what to actually look for. I would definitely revisit this as a case study, and you of course have the prerequisite knowledge of, you know, you were there experiencing it, and so I think this could be a very good presentation for you in the future. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. Yeah. Sure. What are you looking for? Sure. Yeah, I know the Quad Cities was under a tornado warning at one point that day.
Under a watch.
Yeah, well, I don't know something like that.
I don't know.
I guess they are preliminary. I looked at the archived reports from March 5th. These might not be finalized yet.
Yeah, that one in southern part, I don't think that one ever got.
I was thinking the same thing, but
But the one that Davenport did.
yeah, the one in Davenport did.
I don't remember like reports of like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have gotten a notification if it was down south here, because it wouldn't have gotten to come at all. But yeah, you guys were definitely under a tornado watch and a severe storm warning, I believe, just because of how fucking windy it was. What? Oh, I hope so. Yeah, Mercer County ended up with the tornado warning. Yeah, Mercer County's up north of here, near Quad Cities, right? Right near Quad Cities, I think, is where Mercer County is. And so they ended up being under a tornado warning as well. But yeah, and then
Mercer County is about halfway between here and the Quad Cities.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Thanks, Anna. So yeah, cool stuff. Also very terrifying stuff, especially our drive home in the dead of night with 50-mile-an-hour winds and pouring down rain. Can't see anything. That was fantastic.
I just kept screaming.
Oh, would you do it again?
Yeah.
It was, no, it was so much fun.
But yeah, no, definitely good presentation. Definitely room to add more to it when you learn it. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, are there any other questions? The main takeaways from this meeting, elections, nominations will start next week. So think about what kind of positions you guys are going to be running for. And then, yeah, please get your t-shirts money sent in if you haven't already. And that's all for now.
I'd just like to throw it out there. It's just a shower thought. All these images in this presentation, like when something happens, like, you know, I just stalk Twitter for like an hour and catch every image that gets reposted like 1,000 times. But how many images are there out there that just never get posted online? Like they're in a spreadsheet or a presentation.
I mean, yeah, I have I think 40 photos from this day that I'm not
Oh,
going
I
to
have
share.
social media to like post it on.
Exactly.
So I just keep it on now.
We should get
You
like,
and me, we're the same.
somebody should make a website that's just like, you search up like when and where a storm happened, and then people only get photos from that. It's like,
But spring's rolling around and that camera's got people.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's nothing else to talk about, then I'll go ahead and dismiss you guys. Thanks for coming, and I will see you all next week.
I can tell.
Huh?
okay.
Yeah, go back to that. Well, what are you doing now?
Give it to me.